Okay! Ghost of Tsushima is finally almost here, and I thought now would be the perfect time to go over everything we know about the game so far. From characters, plot, gameplay, and of course any concerns we may have about the game pre-launch. But first, make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this in the future. Anyways, let's get started. For those of you who don't know, Ghost of Tsushima is a brand new action-adventure game releasing on PlayStation 4 on July 17th, 2020. Ghost is being developed by Sucker Punch Productions, a well-known company responsible for beloved games such as Sly Cooper and the Infamous series. And if you haven't heard of or played either of these game series, well... disappointed! Ghost is also being published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, if that wasn't apparent already since it is a Sony exclusive title. Anyways, let's dive a little deeper into what exactly Ghost of Tsushima has to offer. First up, the plot. The game takes place on Tsushima Island in the year 1274 and follows the protagonist Jin Sakai, who is one of the last samurai left to defend Tsushima during the first Mongol invasion of Japan. With the army of the Mongol Empire utilizing weapons and tactics that were unknown to the Japanese at the time, Tsushima was all that was left standing between the Mongol Empire and the mainland of Japan. The island was devastated by the first wave of the Mongol invasion. Its samurai forces were easily defeated, leaving Jin as one of the few members of his clan that survived. With his world shattered, Jin realized that his only hopes to save Tsushima is to learn the way of the Ghost, an unconventional fighting style that emphasizes small-scale attacks, creating fear in the minds of the enemy, and using their own weapons against them to defeat the Mongols and prevent them from launching a full invasion on the mainland. Next up, gameplay. Ghost of Tsushima is a third-person action-adventure stealth game that will feature a diverse assortment of regions and buildings, such as countrysides, fields, shrines, ancient forests, villages, farms, and mountainscapes, and various landmarks. So you already know that this game is going to be extremely visually stunning. Sucker Punch has also made the decision to include no waypoints throughout the entire game, meaning you will be exploring the entire massive open world of this game without guidance the entire way. You will be given a horse to get place to place in a timely manner, along with a grappling hook so you can access hard to reach areas of the map. And of course, Ghost of Tsushima will feature plenty of side quests along with many NPCs to interact with to really bring the world to life. At the end of the day, this game is meant to be played stealthy, but Sucker Punch has made it very clear that you can go in swords blazing if that's what you choose to do. One thing I want to add is it truly seems like Sucker Punch is really going for realism. The game director even came out and said, "This is a game that is entirely grounded in reality. We are trying hard to transport people to 1274 Japan. We are inspired by history, but we are not building it back stone by stone. We are not trying to rebuild Tsushima Island. Our protagonist is a work of fiction. We actually thought about using some historical figures, and we asked some people who are more culturally aware, and they said that it would be insensitive, so we didn't do it." Next up, the concerns. The only real concern I have for this game is that it really seems like Sucker Punch is striving to make the game as realistic as possible, and while that is a great thing and I think a lot of people will appreciate them for that, I do believe there is a fine line of realism and also making sure that the combat is still fun, exciting, and original. So I hope the combat doesn't end up being bland, especially when comparing it to the most recent samurai game Sekiro, which was pretty much excellent in almost every way. Plus, Sucker Punch isn't exactly known for realism in their games, being that their only other IPs are Sly Cooper and Infamous. But I guess we're gonna have to just wait and find out for ourselves. Overall, I think Ghost of Tsushima shows a lot of promise from its beautiful graphics to its seemingly polished gameplay, and I do truly think that this one is going to be worth picking up on release. I mean, come on, how often do we really get new IPs these days? I say sign me up for that reason alone. Anyways, I do want to know what you guys think of Ghost of Tsushima. Are you going to pick it up on day one, or are you going to end up waiting until it releases on PlayStation 5? Drop your thoughts on it down below, and as usual, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are really close to hitting our 1,000 sub goal. And if you want to see future news on tech, games, movies, and literally anything nerdy in between, make sure to subscribe to Digital Cynics. Peace.